Hey everybody, it's Steph. I'm back with the 13th episode of my unspoiled playthrough of The Last of Us Part 2. Please excuse the eye roll, but of course the 13th episode would be cursed with a ton of problems. I tried to film gameplay for this portion of the game and it didn't record. So I have to replay this part of the game. I have a lot of thoughts though, and it's been about a week since the last time I played, or since my last episode that I wrote. In my head, I'm saying an awful lot of mean ass things, and I've had a lot of time to think. And a few people have said they really like hearing my thoughts on things. So for this intro, I'm just going to talk about what in the last week I've sort of realized about my last episode, what happened in it, and why I felt the way I do. So, buckle up. I'm going to try to explain this, but I've been thinking about it and I've been trying so hard to talk about it like with other people and just get my thoughts out. At the end of this video, you will have an opportunity to see me a few days ago. Sorry, it's like so washed out, but let me try going up close. Okay, so you'll have an opportunity to see me sort of working this out. You'll be able to see why I kind of like created this chart and how I did it and my thought process along the way, because I definitely started out a few days ago doing this mapping feeling one way and then ended up feeling like a totally different way. So if you want to see how I came to not hate Abby, you can watch it happen in real time at the end of this video after my usual credit scene. Sort of like my thoughts on where the game is right now, and I know I still have a lot to go, but it's my thoughts have basically been that this game is war. This game, it seems like most people's reaction to the initial part of this second part, the initial part of this second part, the first part of the second game is that people became really enraged and they very much saw themselves as Ellie, and they like were kind of going along with this path of hatred. For me, that wasn't the case. I really didn't like what we were doing. I wasn't sucked into that type of storyline. What I really loved about the first game was that it was all about like hope, survival, and like building love. And this second game has featured Ellie like leaving her friends behind for dead. It has featured her anger at her pregnant girlfriend, her rejection of Joel after figuring, and like rightfully, after finding out that he had lied to her and basically put the death of the world on her shoulders. To me, that first part hadn't sucked me in that way. And what a lot of people said was that like becoming Abby was almost like realizing no enemy is two-dimensional. Right? Like you suddenly are confronted with this three-dimensional character that has hopes, dreams, friends, family, etc. And like a really gripping, horrible backstory. The problem is that like I spend a lot of time thinking about other people in real life. So for me, like I am always thinking about like really like helping other people. Even when I'm mad at them, I'm like, what's going on that like I'm contributing to, or you know, like how can we move past this situation? I'm taking like communication studies type things. Like I really give a shit about other people. So for me, gaming has always been sort of like an escape from, and like all media. I don't watch documentaries because I'll just sob. Last night I went to a movie theater for the first time in years. I watched a commercial. I was sobbing. I was just like, I can't stand this. I can't handle this. My little emotions. I'm like, I feel everything so deeply that when it comes to a game like this where you really empathize with characters, you're so involved with them, and then they're like, let's do something to hurt you. Let's just like make your life miserable. Now you have to empathize with the person you've been hunting. I'm like, I didn't want that. It's a war game that's supposed to make you reevaluate the worth of war. Here's some more interesting thoughts. So what happened when they made me Abby was essentially like I became an extension of the game. I was there, like the chain of events went Abby's hurt, Ellie's hurt, Abby's hurt, Steph is hurt. And each of us in this chain reacted with anger. And so it's really fascinating seeing like how angry I was at Abby. Not because I was associating with Ellie. I don't consider myself Ellie. I wasn't like that much engrossed in the character. It was more just like the way they did it created this chain that continued outside the game. This is sort of like hard to talk about, but I have discussed like, I have problems with I had a history of like dating violence, and I've been in abusive relationships that featured domestic violence. And so I tried to explain this in my last video, but it wasn't that she killed Joel. It wasn't that she killed Jesse. It was that Abby said, you brought this on yourself. And I couldn't really like I knew why it bothered me. I said it. I was like, oh, it's like, you're not taking responsibility for your own actions. But how angry I got wasn't proportional to that issue. It was proportional to like my PTSD. It was like proportional to my history with people who told me things like that. I'm doing this because you did this. Look at what you made me do. You should have been grateful that I did this, that I let you live, that I didn't hit you, that I didn't, hurt you harder. And it's like, no. Like no one should be grateful to just like be allowed to live when they haven't done anything wrong. Like no one owes you anything. Oh, look, I'm getting mad again. Okay. I'm not going to talk about that anymore because I think it's really upsetting to me. Whether I want to think that that's the case or not, I think this is just a subject matter that I'm too close to. It's too personal for me. So I'm going to move on from it. What I will say was very interesting is that some of the comments, most of them have been so positive, so lovely, so kind, very much allowing me space to hate Abby. And hate Abby I did. But also recognizing like there's room for growth and for a change of heart about her because of things that happened later. And thank you to everyone who didn't spoil things and who like still like fought passionately for me to feel differently about Abby. I did love that. If you left a comment that was nasty or like mean and rude in defense of a fictional character, you're now hidden from the channel. You can't comment anymore. But if you left like, hey, I love Abby, I really want you to change your mind. Like, this shit's hilarious. And like, I can't believe you got so mad. Those types of comments, totally allowed. It's, I appreciated being able to chat with a lot of people who felt very differently about the character than I did. Awesome. But what was so fascinating to me about the comments that were unkind is that I was reacting within the story. So they said, you should be giving Abby more grace, basically. Like, you should have been kinder to Abby after she hurt you. After she did those things, she was reacting to something else. It's not fair to hold her to such a high standard, blah, blah, blah. And I think that's so funny and so interesting because if they felt like if they had considered me within that lens, if they had given me the kindness that they were asking me to give to a fictional character, me, a real person, then they would have realized like, oh, Steph is like obviously clearly very hurt by what's just happened. Let's think about like her backstory too. So that was really fascinating to me because it feels like Naughty Dog's whole thing right now is be compassionate to your enemy because they are also like living a life, right? Like, you don't get to just create this dichotomy, us and them. There will always be a we within this. And the people who were most aggressive in defending Naughty Dog and saying like, this is a good choice for them, they did the right thing, you don't know, seem to have missed the point the most. So yeah, okay. that was all fascinating to me. Again, I'm not going to talk more about Abby, but I will say I did change my thoughts on her. And if you like too long didn't watch, you don't want to know why I did, you don't want to follow my little going through the sheet thing. Really, it comes down to the fact that like I don't think that she is actually abusive. I don't think that she said that to Ellie because she really like believes it in her heart of hearts. I just hadn't really like the game didn't emphasize, oh, like we just killed her really good friends. And so she's maybe not acting within her character. So I'm giving her a little bit of time. I'm kind of like wiping the slate clean a little bit for her and keeping in mind that, you know, really it was only like maybe 6 hours between what she said and probably like finding her friends' dead bodies. So yeah, and it took me a while to think about that and to remember that because I started off with like, you know, she had 4 years basically of time to think about killing Joel. And I was like, but I'm not really mad at her killing Joel. I'm mad at her saying this stuff and like making her choices someone else's fault. And then I was like, oh, I kind of get it. I kind of get why she did that. You can say and do some things that you don't really mean to say and do when you're in shock and when you're distressed, etc. So, okay, that has been all of my thoughts on this game so far. Well, not maybe like all of them, but a lot of them. And yeah, now, like I said, I did try to record this episode previously. What I had wanted to do was like record the gameplay and then kind of split it up with things that I thought about. So like I would record gameplay first and then I would sort of like narrate my thoughts on top of that, which is outside my traditional format. So normally I'm playing and I'm talking to you at the same time. That would have been like multiple hours worth of work plus like editing and all that stuff. So I was like, no, we're going to do something different. And we are just going to play like I normally do. And I'll cue you in when I have new thoughts, or I'll tell you like what, if I had like big thoughts about something, what I thought before. Hopefully that's okay. And I'm going to kind of like splice it. So, cause I'm not going to be talking the whole time. I'm a little bit feeling just like lower energy today. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But hopefully it's fun for you. Hopefully it's chill. And hopefully we have a good time. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, let's see how quickly I can make it through this first part now that I've done this little bit 3 times. 3 fucking times I've had to do this just because of the save spot, where it is, and also my stupidity.
About time you two caught up.
Been quiet out here?
Yeah. I don't like it.
Ooh.
Oh, we're almost to the fob.
Man, when we get back home, we're gonna find a couch, watch a movie.
And have mezcal. Oh shit, I went too far ahead with the dialogue. Okay, let's see. Get us back, Manny. Yep, here we go. Okay, I guessed it wrong last time.
Yeah?
He's gonna watch
Which movie?
Girl That Rides the Wolf.
Strong questions. Movie's the one with... ¿Cómo se llama? The girl who rides the wolf.
Yes, fuck yes.
Oh, I love that one.
Drink.
Oh, I can't pull out my
mezcal from the party last week.
I can't take out my brick yet.
Excuse me? You mean our mezcal?
Say it. I'll save some for you.
Thank you so much.
Definitely go for a drink right now. If I wasn't so pregnant.
Oh, and people brought up good points about Mel. People brought up that she's not being put out into open combat intentionally. Because, you know, I was talking about, like, this seems really stupid. Also, oh wait, I just realized I never explored over here. Maybe there's probably nothing to do over here, but I'm just like, 3rd time is definitely the charm for me to actually hit all the areas that are accessible to me in this fucking open world bullshit. It's not open world, but like, I don't know. Open mappies. Open mappies? I need to stop. Why do I... My boyfriend and I were talking about, because we went on a hike yesterday, celebrating our anniversary, and we were talking about, sometimes I'm too mean to myself. Like, sometimes I do it totally as a joke, but other times, like, I call myself stupid when I get something wrong, because I think, like, oh, that's silly. But it's actually kind of mean to me, so I feel like I need to be a little nicer to me for y'all. And for me, but, like, it's hard to hear people be mean to themselves all the time.
Interesting.
Okay. Now, I was told by Stone Cold KU that most of my accents are Southern, and we're in the North Pacific. So I'm going to try my Canada accent for Paul. Sorry. Okay. Oi, Martha. Nope, that was... With the truth dead, it's too risky to keep using this place for meetups. Scars are gonna be swarming all over this area like roaches. I went ahead and cleaned out my supplies already, but I left all your guns in the lockup in case... Where am I going? I feel like I went to Ireland. In the lockup in case you need them when you arrive. Figured the scars won't touch them since the safe is too old world for them. Damn freaks. See you soon. Be careful. Fuck. Paul. Okay, that's why I don't do Pacific Northwest, apparently. Alright. So we can go find this safe. Fucking hilarious. I wish I was good, but I'm not. I don't think I ever tried this door either. I didn't realize this door was even here. But we should be able to get in here. I knew it. Last time, I almost immediately jumped down. And I was like, I don't think I should have done that.
I like the sound of that.
Me too. So let's actually explore this time. Let's not let me be a big old dummy. Jump on top. You won't. You beezy. A gun cache. Maybe if I go around the other side? I thought I tried the other side. Or... I was about to say if I bust through those windows, but definitely if I crawl through this hole, that's what I meant. Holy shit! Wait, okay, I totally forgot this passcode. Alright, hold on. Whoa, I didn't think I would find this. Big win. The big win as the combination. The big win. Lottery numbers? How would I find that? How will I find the big win? Oof! Yes. Love that for us. I was about to say, I think this is stuff too. Somehow a wrench is better than a stick. Who cares? The big win. Let's try this out again. The big win. Those kind of look like lottery tickets. Definitely not lottery tickets. I really think it's amazing that it took 3 times for me to find this place. Okay. Okay. Nothing on the whiteboard. The date? No, nothing marked on the calendar. Still using the big win. Let's see if I can turn the page over. I don't think I can, though. No. What the fuck was the date of the big win, y'all? I'll put a point on to see if you can skip ahead. Either I'll give up or we'll find it. Oh, cool. My chair's kind of see-through. Sorry, I was like, what is this weird bar here? But then I realized, like, my chair is mesh, and you can see through the mesh. Okay. If I won big, maybe it's a sign. There would be no sign above the freaking safe. That would be way too easy. Okay. Let's look around. I did also, just real quick, want to say another big thank you to like all the kind comments I've received recently. Some of them truly did make my day. Like, absolutely. I was so worried about putting that last video up, and I do think that there's like an issue where I think that video's getting demonetized, potentially. I think it made enough people angry that it's being demonetized. So when people were positive and nice, it made me really happy. Okay, the big win. Big win. Let's try this area one more time. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna fucking crack the safe. Let's go. I forgot about this. All right, I'll try to speed this part up. Hold on, let me turn the volume up on my end. Why is she doing that? I don't think it's that hard to hear. Yeah. Sorry, this is so boring, but... Come on. Noise!
It actually worked.
Yeah, it did.
Here we go. I like all of this.
I'm really happy that I replayed this again and found this fucking gun. Nice. Hunting pistol. Ooh, mama. But anyway, about those nice comments. Now that I've been diverted, they were so awesome. Because also, like, it was hard seeing myself so angry. It was very much like that's not who I am as a person. You know, I've had people point out like,
okay, we'll follow the tracks. That'll get us back on the main road to the fob.
okay, I got all the way almost to the end of this area.
I know.
On my last play.
Keep your eyes open. Any way over that wall?
Not that I can see.
Because we're about to get wrecked.
Shh. Quiet.
So I got all the way to the fucking end of this area, and then got caught at the very last little bit. Because I took it so nice and slow, and the entire time I was just hyping myself up, like, fuck yeah, I'm amazing. Look at how stealthy I am. Just like that. Okay. But at the end, I totally got confused. I was like, I don't know where to go now. This is hard. This time, I actually do know where to go, and I see people ahead of me. It is very hard to know what's like grass that I can hide in versus just grass that's like vibing. And it was so nerve-wracking to me the entire time because Mel just like hangs back there, and I got to the end and I was like, I don't know whether I'm supposed to go back to her, so I ended up getting shot a bunch because I was like trying to go back for Mel. Okay. But I did actually make a pretty genius fucking discovery. I'm not like exploring at all. I am so sorry if you're like, she's missing all this stuff. It's a pain I'm willing to bear because I would like to just get through this area. Because I've already played it before. Nice. Whoa! Okay, fuck it. Let's go. I know where I'm going. Ah! Oh, fuck you. Go under, go under, go under. Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Oh shit, can I not get through here? Oh, you fucks. Okay, I think I'm gonna make it through this area though. Let's just... Try for it. Run, jump. Nice. Okay. Jump, 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 jump. Nice. All right.
Guys, up this way.
That was just about as poorly as I did last time. I did it a little bit better last time. Okay. All right. Let's see. What do I need from this area? Anything up here I can use? I don't think so. Oh, jump up. Thank you. And let's heal before the next area, because we all know what the fuck's about to happen. Whew, okay, not so bad. I thought that was going to take me a lot longer, and I would have been so embarrassed if it took me 2 times. This boss, being honest with you, or like this little area, I definitely thought was like one where I was supposed to lose.
Find cover. Go.
Okay, there we go. Bear, or nope, that's Alice.
Too many of them.
Okay. Oh shit, where are you? Okay, you guys got my 6. Almost. Not quite though. Miss. Back off, bitches.
Our guys.
They just blew something off the counter. Yeah, y'all can get wrecked. I'm gonna go for a headshot. Nice. Okay, and then let's explore. Grab anything. Nothing to grab. The first time it took me a while. Did not realize I was just supposed to stay alive.
I'm gonna name all my children after you.
Ooh, yes. So I just ended up hiding over here until they killed me. It was very embarrassing. Okay. Oh yeah, but so people had a good point about Mel. So when I originally started playing, I was like, why the fuck are they bringing this pregnant woman out into like the dangerous area? This wasn't supposed to be dangerous, I don't think. They were just supposed to be like traveling. So I understand a little bit more now.
We're in.
Also, yes, I am drinking out of my normal mug and my special mug. This one is my Miyazaki mug, and it's all the Miyazaki characters from the movies I love. And it's filled with espresso. My water mug is the big mug.
We're almost there.
Open the gate.
Hello. Thank you.
No. What? You're back.
Ugh. This part,
Squeeze this as hard as you can, okay?
I wasn't grossed out about it before, but now I kind of am.
Holy shit.
I didn't even feel it.
It's all that
Hey.
adrenaline.
We got 2. Hey, he's got a gunshot wound to the hand.
And you've got some shit with your back. We gotta take care of that.
Hey. You did all right back there. It was almost a compliment.
Go get help.
Stay, Alice.
Come on, it's this way.
It's really cool how like their interactions have changed, even just over the last little bit.
That was a lot of blood, right?
She shouldn't be out.
She'll be okay.
I hate when you're fighting with someone you care about, and it's like so hard to not like you're like, I want to be angry at them. Like they have that like awkward, stilted relationship right now, but she still's like, she cares.
Hey, who we got here?
Hey, come on, girl. This is
Hi.
Alice.
Come on, Alice. Good girl.
Thank you. These new recruits, I don't trust them. Thanks again, guys.
This is an area where I started really like thinking about like what I talked about in my intro. That idea didn't come to me till right now
Down the pipe.
about Call of Duty and like how war games
Come on, you owe us one
What's up?
Wait, I want to hear this.
Okay. Well, let us check in first. We'll get back to you.
All right, thanks, man.
What is that staticky noise? Oh, people
See ya.
working on cars. So that's where I started thinking about Call of Duty, and this area was so confusing to me. I'm just gonna say that. Like, I wish that it had been recording because my face was going from like to. It was a lot. This whole transition area. I'm gonna put up a trigger warning now. Oh, not now, but in a little bit, because there was some upsetting stuff in this area. But I like this area. I think this is a cool little like town area. Something that, again, like
Checking in.
I talked about with Abby's
What you got for us?
intro scenes. It's cool to have like a little actual
No,
town
Simon.
to
Just says
explore.
report to Isaac. Both of us? Yeah.
Never been this busy here.
Something's going down.
I don't know why I thought I could go that way.
Fine, Isaac.
We should make sure Mel's okay first.
These types of townships are more like general RPGs where you could like check in and talk to people, but here everything's like really limited in script. Oh, definitely missed this before. Fuck, this is great.
Hey, man.
Abby, heard someone had to save your ass for once.
Yeah, I mean, one time.
Thank God I had to replay this. This is awesome. All right. Yeah, I can do some shit. Okay, let's go with fire rate for this. Actually, let's just see. You know what? No, we're gonna go with recoil. I'm not a good enough shot to even like even if I could shoot faster, it would not necessarily help me. So let's go with that.
Hey, Abby. Some nice work you put in there.
Thank you.
Thanks. You seen Isaac anywhere?
Nah, with all this commotion, I'm hiding too.
Shit. There's so much stuff right here. Okay, but I think originally I'd gone this way. Are you gonna give me dialogue here? Yeah.
You?
Complaints. And we've got more. Interesting.
Come here a sec.
Hello. Okay, I will come here.
Yeah?
Heard about your ambush. Where'd they hit you?
Right around here. Near the warehouses.
Shit. They keep slipping past our lines.
Sorry, I thought about limes.
He was here a few minutes ago.
They had just like a row of limes.
Look around.
So stupid. Maybe I'll edit that out.
Alright, so
Sometimes I say dumb stuff. I feel like the way you're sitting, I feel like I should be able to talk to you. I can talk to you. Hey, this is the person we kill later. Or earlier? Talk to me. I want to talk to you. Please let me.
Hey. Hey, Whitney.
Oh hey Abby. What's up?
You know what's going on around here?
I wish. All I know is they're sending some of us to the hospital. Supply run.
Real exciting.
I know, right?
That game good?
Really hard. But really good. Got some great tunes too.
Don't let me stop you.
Clearly.
See you around.
Amazing tunes. Yeah, I was really sad that we killed Whitney. I don't know why.
Games.
She just seemed like such a dope person until she tried to like kill us, and then it was less dope. But we did have like a knife to her throat, I believe. Those are porta potties. I don't think that's the way that I'm going. Hello? Yes. Hello.
Looks pretty bad, huh, Doc?
I've seen worse. Hold still.
Yeah.
How'd this happen?
Got stabbed in the foot by a scoop.
Hey, man. Feeling better?
Pain meds are kicking in, so yeah.
Nice.
Hang in there.
How's the hand?
I'm gonna keep most of my fingers.
Brother, you only need 3. Am I right?
Dude.
Fucking Manny. It's like I talked about mental health stuff earlier, and we're talking about like pain meds right here. And I was just today I was struck like thinking I have to go to a new doctor because I got new insurance. And you can't like go to the doctor and just like ask for anti-anxiety meds a lot. Like you have to have a really good established relationship, because they straight up just like won't believe that you need them. They're constantly having to monitor to make sure that people aren't abusing them.
Speak up.
And that gets really exhausting.
Hey guys,
How you doing, man?
just a few more stitches and I'll be good as new.
You guys need to convince this girl to relax.
Nora.
Relax. You got it.
Hey, I need some muscle, so can you two give me a hand or something?
Sure.
Don't move.
I'll just be here. Relaxing.
Awful, gross, icky. Stitches.
Nora,
No, thank you.
have you had a chance to relax?
Ugh, I'm shipping out to the West Side Hospital in a few. Orders are to get everything.
I
How's
don't see
Mom?
anything pick upable.
Really?
Well, the baby's vitals were a little elevated, but I'm not worried.
Someone should get word to Owen. He'll want to be here for her.
Okay, real quick, I'm gonna check my. I have my laundry going in the background. I'm so sorry if it's been like really awful. I tried noise gating the initial part, but it just made me sound really staticky. So I'm gonna see if it's like even worth if you'll be able to hear me over like my laundry. Okay, sorry, bye. Okay, it sounds okay for once. And I did get the final piece for my mixer. It should be coming this week, and hopefully my audio will just continue to be improving.
Yeah.
All right.
I need to show you guys something.
What is it?
Follow me.
This part raised so many questions for me.
Oh my god. Are these all ours?
Yeah. And more are coming in by the hour.
Nora sounds so heartbroken right here.
You can't tell Mel, all right?
Nora.
Just not yet. Come here.
Who's in that body bag?
Holy shit. It's Danny.
I have no idea. I had no idea. I have no idea who that is.
Where's Owen?
I don't know. A few days back, there were some scar sightings out by the marina. Danny and Owen were sent on a sweep. And this morning, the guards found Danny collapsed by the perimeter fence. He'd walked himself back with a bullet in his stomach.
Pinches scars, hijos de puta.
Isaac talked with him until he passed, but as far as I can tell, there's no units going back that way.
I know things
So
that
what
make
about
this
Owen?
more interesting.
Did you ask Isaac what happened?
Yeah, I tried. But he gave me that fucking look, and then he told me to keep quiet about it. Which means you can't say shit.
Owen's a big boy. I'm sure he's fine.
Where is Isaac? I'll be discreet.
Discreet.
Last I heard, he was in the apartments. Okay, I'm gonna go check up on Mel, so let me know what you guys find out.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I can totally see why a second playthrough is so worthwhile to people.
A search party for Owen.
Maybe he hasn't, just didn't tell Nora.
I fucking hope so.
And I also see why unspoiled playthroughs are so much fun. That's why I like love doing mine, even though people are like, "You're not reacting right. You're not doing the right thing." It's so fun getting to experience this all for the first time, and it's really great getting
We're
to
looking for
experience it for a
Isaac.
second time. But
He's inside. Go on in.
like, yeah, you can't replicate the shock you feel at seeing those dead bodies and like, what?
Damn, look who it is.
What's up, fellas?
Got time for a game?
No, we're on our way to see Isaac.
Here for Isaac.
Whatever, big shot.
I was proud of
I'm
myself
so good at what I do.
for finding this first time. Yup. Okay. Yeah, so right about here, I was starting to really empathize with all the wolves. I was like, damn, like, it's been so hard for them. Their people are dying. They're trying to fight the scarves. And then I walked by this room. And my jaw dropped. And their dialogue continued. And I was like, I do not know how to feel.
I wouldn't mind a few minutes with these guys.
I hear that.
Genuinely, just so awful. So awful right here. Didn't like it at all. The sounds, the sights, it was truly very upsetting. Thought I could walk in that for a second. Why did it get Skyrim flashbacks? I've only played a little bit of that game, but it's pretty fun.
Hey, Abby.
We need to go up.
Isaac's in there.
Oh.
Doing what
Do you
he
know if he'll be
do.
long?
Said again when you two arrive. Come on.
Didn't love this part.
Sir, Abby and Manny are here.
It's like, that's naked person. That's definitely a naked person right there. That was a lot.
Don't let him fall asleep.
Yes, sir.
That was also a lot.
Let's go up. I heard you two ran into some trouble.
No losses
True
on our
Blay.
side. Just some minor injuries. Can't say the same for them.
Wish I was hearing more of that.
I'm so sorry. Minor injuries made me remember Jean Ralphio's line from Parks and Recreation, and I was thinking about it. I was like, minor injuries. Major payout, minor scrapes and bruises. That's how you start a lawsuit with a personal injury accident.
Never seen the base this packed.
Give it another day. Still waiting on some units.
I still haven't figured out what they're...
What's
Oh,
going on, boss?
no, I do remember this.
These small
It's
skirmishes.
war.
Can't keep going like this.
Then... what?
Could try another truce. How long before some asshole on their side or our side unravels the whole thing?
I was like, when I watched this, it was sort of like, I just felt like any amount of years in peace is worth it.
Sir, we'll try attacking their island.
Not like this. Not with everyone. There's a big storm a few days out. I'm gonna use it to mask our approach. You two are gonna lead the first wave.
Ha ha ha, get it? Wave in a storm.
Pick your squads. Start prepping.
Because we swam in the waves.
I want Owen.
Yeah.
When are he and Danny getting back?
I thought this was so clever and so discreet, and then
Talk, Nora. No secrets between the Salt Lake.
I was like, fuck. I totally thought they got away with
Is
it.
someone okay?
As far as I know.
She didn't even try to protest. She was just like, yep.
Why didn't you send
Yep.
a search party after him?
They shot Danny. Apparently to protect some scar.
It's bullshit.
Excuse me.
That's not Owen. You got it wrong.
You're saying Danny used his last breath to lie to me?
Sir, people hear that story. Owen's dead.
That's why no one's
Anyone
heard this
finds him.
story.
They'll gun him down for sport.
And I suggest you all stop gossiping about it.
Let me go after him. I'll walk him back in. We'll get to the
No.
bottom. You said yourself the storm's a few
No.
days.
We've only got one shot at this.
Do not miss a chance to
Bigger than
lose.
any of us.
When opportunity comes in
Definitely
a
bigger than
lifetime.
anyone.
Sorry.
If he turns up, then fine. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
after torturing him.
And we'll get to the bottom of it.
Yep, there's the torture part of it.
I need you, Abby. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I cannot sit still right now. The coffee's kicking in a little bit.
Yeah.
A long cutscene's a struggle for me at the moment with my energy.
Look over the plans and go through your roster. Grab some food. Talk later.
We're going after Owen for sure. But do we? Is that why Abby gets ostracized? I can't remember.
Owen killed Danny over some scar, right? What? No. Abby, don't.
I'll be back by morning. You just gotta cover me till then.
Isaac will kick your ass.
So what?
For the assault. You heard him, he needs me.
If Owen's out there, how the hell are you going to find him?
I know where he'll go.
This was a really sweet memory, but it was so The Notebook to me. That was my first thought. I was just like, oh, like The Notebook?
I'm gonna kill you.
What?
Seriously, stop it.
All right. Why don't you come on over and enjoy this view with me then?
It's great.
Bound chicka wow wow.
Oh. Come on. We made it all the way up here just so you could wimp out on the last 2 steps.
Yeah. Yes, deal was to get up here, so.
All right, here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna get your ass over here, sit on the edge, or you can go down here on the kid seat and look at this view with me.
It's a nice view from where she is. See, that's the thing I didn't like about Owen that I still don't like is how pushy he is.
Not even just for
Not
one.
into that.
No.
Talk about it.
But I do like him still, like, and how he talks to her for the most part.
It's getting late.
Yeah. Okay.
So The Notebook.
Do not. It is too high.
Oh my god. You know, I don't think I can live like this anymore, Abby.
Owen, I'm serious. I will break up with you. Owen.
I always loved you.
Don't! Owen!
Dummy. Ugh. Yeah, we're gonna put a little trigger warning before this for heights, because this was awful. I thought this was so beautifully animated, though, this part. Stupid.
Abby!
I'm down here, you asshole.
You jumped? And I missed it?
I thought you drowned.
And you came to my rescue?
No. I came to make sure you drowned.
I really wanted her to push him under right now. I felt like that would have been so perfect.
Pretty awesome.
What?
I think you're gonna have to follow me to see it.
Here's what I sort of didn't get is like, I was like, how fast did he, like, or how much time did he have to explore? He wasn't underwater for very long.
Once you see this.
Owen,
But he seemed to have explored this area
Pick out a
before.
bunch of displaced fireflies who have nowhere else to go.
maybe? I don't want to find out.
Just come see this thing.
I also was completely struck by how much he sounds like Dawson from Dawson's Creek, but specifically that version of him in Castle in the Sky. Like, Owen just so reminds me of that character. Oh, yeah.
What is this place?
I don't know.
You gonna keep going?
Fuck yeah.
This show is really cute. And I said in my community post, like when I said, oh, I was really mad because I couldn't record and like I actually cried over a character, it was around right here.
This place is crazy.
Because I started to think about like...
one of those, zoos, but for fish.
Water pop out.
I started thinking about how
I saw a
much
seal the other day. It's covered in spots.
they could have been
They don't
together.
have spots. They're brown.
Those are sea lions.
No. No, you don't know.
You
I
don't know.
what I saw with my eyes.
I love how he specifies with his eyes. I know what I saw with my hands. Also, I may have said this in my last video, but I may have just like said it in the recording and it didn't come out. YouTube normally does my captioning for me. I've tried having like integrated captions in my video, and they never worked quite right. It was such a fucking headache, and it like often like was the reason I couldn't record or couldn't stream, because I just couldn't get things to work right. So one person pointed out like, oh, my last videos haven't had captions. I have no idea what's happening. It's all on YouTube's end, and it's been really frustrating to me.
Hey, give me a hand with this.
Yep.
So I'm really sorry that they're not as accessible as I'd like them to be right now.
Got it.
What is this place?
Well, clearly this is some sort of theater, but for fish.
What? Are you a rooster?
What? I'm a wolf. That's my wolf howl.
All right, sure. And I thought this part was really cute. No,
Looks like somebody turned this into a makeshift dock or something.
it's pretty good. It's pretty
Wanna check
genius
it
for a
out?
makeshift dock. I want to see what's in this water. I didn't actually explore this before.
What are you doing? You gonna give me an animal show?
Do I look like a spotted seal?
That's cool. I
Big
didn't get
hat
that audio.
spots.
Yeah, nope, totally didn't do this before. What's up there? This looks cool. I would love to get in this, but they're not gonna let us. Almost definitely. Jump for it. I can't go under here. Alright. I did like that little voice line. I totally missed that before. There's so many things that you can do in this game that they don't really like feed you. If they don't tell you you can do these things. But they're really fun once you do them. What you doing up there, buddy? I can't get up there. I 100% thought there was going to be a zombie in here when I first came through. And I was like, how would you know to do that? That's cool as fuck.
There's some kids' clothes.
That made me really sad because I
family came
assumed,
through.
like,
Look
if
at
you
these
docked your
drawings.
ship, something went wrong here. I also didn't get this part. I was like, okay.
I wonder what happened to him.
And they're fucking
Maybe they joined the
teeny.
wolves.
They look like zombies
Yeah, or
for
got
sure.
killed by scars.
Such an optimist.
Why is the... I actually just realized the one with the red hair is in, like, weird mummy clothes. Probably not intentional. Probably just, like, a weird kid. That's random red-haired person. And it's kind of like I really expected there to be a little bit more in here. I can't shoot. I would love to shoot that little thingy. That's not this game. That's Resident Evil 7, that you can shoot things and get collectibles. Damn, that's what you get for being a variety player.
All right. Enough of this boat.
Mm-hmm.
You want to go see the rest of the fish zoo?
Yes.
You think there's more to see?
Of course. Let's go.
And I just got a text from my boyfriend saying that He was going to pick me up at 2:30 to go hang out with his parents and their new puppy, but now it's 3 o'clock, so I have more time for game, which is very exciting.
And you can get through that?
And here is where I realized that this
Get me up there.
experience they're having is almost a perfect mirror for like Joel and Ellie's experience. We are both times sort of like
Okay.
caught in the beauty and like the exploration.
Look at you.
I wanted them to kiss so bad right there.
Yesterday.
Yeah, right.
So we take a quick look around and then
We head right
The
back.
music.
Any fish in there?
This is where I was when I realized
Then you need to connect it to the ocean.
that I hadn't been recording. I can't just go under. I have to X under.
oh my god.
Wow. You don't see that every day.
Not unless you live in an aquarium. Little puppy.
Hey Owen, no spots.
Wasn't bronze either.
Well, the one I saw wasn't bronze either, so...
I don't think there was anything in here. Whoa.
It's a tank in the floor.
Can you imagine this place filled with people? Kids laughing.
I hate that he sounds so much like the character from Lapida. Because it's like connecting two really beautiful stories in my mind and making them more intense. And I did get really sad just thinking about like what a life they could have lived if this wasn't their life, you know? The open ocean experience. Oh yeah, and then the little kids' drawings here. So I didn't go any further
It's the
than
same
this
family from
room.
the boat.
That'd be my guess, yeah.
The red-haired person looks pretty normal here. Max's place. Oh no. Oh, I think there's going to be a child dead in there. I'm going to go up here and just see if I can see anything else. I feel like that's the way to go, and it seems really sad. I don't like it. Yeah, one thing that I haven't like loved about this part of the storyline is that some of it feels like they're doing things kind of intentionally to hurt you, to teach you a lesson, which is something I talked about in the intro. Wow. Hey,
Oh god.
the family photos.
I think this is our boat, Captain.
Shit.
Ooh, all bloody and gross. Dad, I'm taking Max away from here. He can't spend his life locked inside this rotting building. All he'll do is take on your weaknesses. When the soldiers killed Mom, you just stood there like a coward. What kind of example is that? You should have gotten angry. You should have made them hurt worse than they hurt her. I want Max to see what it looks like when people are willing to stand up for what they want, when they're willing to make something of their life. The world is harsh. It's up to us to change it. Only when weak may I carry my true strength. Maybe we'll come back someday. If we do, I hope you're not still sitting in your stupid fucking chair.
His kids ran off to join the Scars.
Mm.
Jeez.
And he's still sitting in his...
Well, on the bright side, family's keys.
What's wrong with you?
He's a skeleton. He doesn't need them.
Pretty messed up.
I just don't understand how anybody willingly joins the Scars.
Why not?
Because they're an insane cult. That's why.
In the QZs, people would refer to the Fireflies as terrorists. Fanatics.
Yeah, true.
We were naive. We weren't fanatical.
You blew up checkpoints and assassinated soldiers.
Owen,
It's not the same.
it's
I'm just saying.
Don't say shit like that at the stadium, okay?
Okay, all right.
keep quiet about your own actions and how they might be perceived so that you don't get
What time
wrecked.
do you think it is?
I don't know. We got time.
Thank you. It's honorable that you respect your father, but you have to see he's trying to control you, to make you feel like you're still a child because he's too afraid to act like a man. You deserve to be surrounded by a community that can foster a strong spirit like yours, Max, even more so. Oh, excuse me, like yours, Max, even more so. He's so impressionable. If you care about your brother, you'll get him out of there before he takes on your father's weakness. We'll be passing by your aquarium again in 5 days. If you want to join us, light a torch along the dock and we'll pull in nearby. May she guide you. How interesting. It must have been a long time ago, though, because he's pretty decomposed. But they definitely preyed on people's fears and manipulated them into joining the Scars. Yeah, let's jog down. Let's go look at Max's place. So yeah, they're trying to kind of show us that the Scars aren't good, but a lot of the people who joined the Scars aren't maybe bad.
Wanna try those keys?
Oh, cool. I was wondering whether those would come back up.
This one? Nope.
I definitely thought we went to a secret
Oh.
place, though.
Got it.
Scary.
Damn.
Turn the
This must
flashlights
have
on.
taken forever.
What a weird thought to have. I don't have my flashlight on. Fuck. That's why I couldn't turn it on underwater. Anything? I thought they would give me some reward for exploring right there. That sucks. Oh, snap. In my head, I just went, push him! But that was just because I knew she wouldn't. Stairs? Or, excuse me, ladder? That is a lot of paint. Where did they get all this fucking paint?
Don't tell me you want to go down there.
It's always heights.
Owen,
She's always looking down.
Last thing. I promise.
last thing.
Just, don't look down.
Dick.
Just go.
You're good.
I kind of want to look down, though. They make it look even further than it is. Just to try to mess with you and make you feel what she's feeling if you looked down.
Look at these. I love them.
Look at those!
I mean, he's a scar. Maybe you have.
Oof.
Jesus, I sure hope not. Solid fort, Max. Excellent craftsmanship.
Owen is a sweetie.
Whoa. Get on in here.
As much as I don't like the way he interacts with Abby sometimes, I think he's a really big sweetheart.
Yeah.
Yeah. Spots.
You see that? Told you they were spotted. Want me to slow down?
No.
Is it this? this, isn't it? You are disgusted by it. Come on.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. Talk to me.
Yeah.
I know all the leads have dried up. But
It's about
Joel's still
Joel.
out there, you know?
I know. What can I do?
Let's go back. We can still make training.
You go ahead.
What about you?
I'm gonna hang out with the seals for a little while.
She put her whole life on hold for vengeance.
I'm sorry.
I told you already. Don't be sorry.
I don't know
What if
how
Owen's somewhere else?
I feel about that.
He's there.
Let's get off the roof before someone sees us. Can I talk you out of this?
Nope.
No. We don't know what happened. I gotta find him.
I mean, if he really killed Danny...
Fuck Danny. I'm jealous Owen got to shoot him before I did.
Whoa, Abby.
Yeah, that was a lot. That was like me in the last episode. Oh. Okay, we're going down here. Yeah, I like that's such a confusing. I don't know how I feel about what just happened. Like Owen being sad,
Trying to get busted? Come on.
I do
and
appreciate you
Abby
helping me
being
sneak out
sad.
like this.
Oh,
How are you getting to the aquarium? The highway?
Can't. Too many patrols. I get spotted for sure.
that's why
All of it.
Owen was
The
at
aquarium's due west of
the
here.
aquarium
Keep
with
following the sun, right?
I'm coming with you.
I've done this before.
Not with this many scars in the area.
Manny, please.
All right? You know best.
Hey, wait, what kind of controller is that? That's a PlayStation controller, yes! That is pretty funny. That's like an interesting detail. Is The Last of Us PlayStation exclusive? Hold on, I have to Google this. I'm curious, because like, if not, they would have likely pissed off many a PlayStation gamer. Oh shit, y'all. Okay, no, PlayStation is a Sony exclusive, which I honestly wasn't expecting, because I mean, I guess Naughty Dog has been owned by Sony since all the way back in 2001. Still though, that's pretty, I don't know. I feel like the Sony Xbox rivalry stuff is very silly. I have an Xbox controller. I've played Xbox a lot in college with my friends. I have nothing against Xbox or Nintendo. I think that's the funny thing is when people start like arguing about Xbox and PlayStation, I'm always like, what about Mario Kart, y'all? What about Mario Party? What about Smash? What about Zelda? Just, you know, there's room enough for all the consoles. I feel like I could jump through that window, but I cannot. Okay. Nice. So many little parties. Parts. I have this bad habit of ending IES
Did you
to
know someone's
everything.
squatting here?
Oh shit.
What's this? Oh. No. Whispering Spanish in my ear?
Hey,
Manny.
that's private.
Oh my god. This is your place? How many sex dens do you have in this QC?
¿Qué? Perdón, no hablo inglés.
Ah! That's hilarious. But yeah, no, I don't know if y'all can tell, but I definitely feel way more relaxed, way more easygoing with these characters now that I've like processed all my shit regarding them. It's a much better experience. And I do want to say for anyone who's
Hey.
like, again, oh,
Thanks.
For this?
Yeah, and other stuff, you know. You're a good friend.
yeah, he is.
You know, I can't handle all this emotion.
Like again, how I acted in the last episode isn't really me, and I do again just like appreciate people who are like, because some people like really made it out like I was a bad person for how I reacted. So I'm gonna defend myself for a second because I just deleted their comments and hid them. But I'm gonna say I am such a caring person. I make a lot of content around mental health stuff, encouraging people to get help and with structure on how to find it. Use trigger warnings in all my videos
luck.
and
When you find him, don't hit him too hard.
I'll do my best.
Seriously, watch yourself out there.
See ya.
should have told him to watch himself. That shit does not go well for him, I don't think.
Follow the sunset.
So yeah, thanks for letting me defend myself. One thing though, I know I'm hearing Manny, but just want to make sure it's all I'm hearing. There have been some people who have tried to like, I want to say police my comments, who say like, you know, don't share negative things about this game. And now it's happened a few times. It's not just one person who's getting told this stuff, but like, if you try to control what other people tell me about their experience with the game, not cool. I moderate my comments really strongly, I'd say, stronger than a lot of people. I don't like having people who are mean to each other vibing around here. So, you know, if you feel like, there have been comments where people say like, oh, I really don't like how, you know, it seems like a lot of people are saying, you know, spoilers or like, you know,
Great.
doing something like that. I get it, and I'm not mad at those. Like, if you're just saying like, oh, you know, I really hope that this is like a code of conduct that other people should follow because you've set it out as your code of conduct.
Ugh, what is that smell?
That's solid, but when people start saying things like, shut up and please stop talking, I will hide you so fast from my channel. I do not need that energy here. And I'm a big girl. I definitely take care of myself. Up and over. Nothing else. These are really cute dresses. I don't know the proper word for them. I think they're a specific type of clothing, but they're cute as shit. Yeah, that doesn't sound good. Is that... There's no way we'd be hearing... Sorry, my brain is trying to process, like, what if we saw ourselves playing as Ellie? But there's no way. That would be so fucking hard to replicate. Oh, and I told you I had an update on my capture card stuff, because you know how, like, the picture quality is always kind of fucked? And I randomly blip.
Figures. Guess I'm going over that wall.
I'm returning my capture card and getting a new one, so hopefully it might work in the future. I've been having problems basically since I moved. So yeah, I've been using that like $15 one that Beam recommended, Beam Tyrant. But I think it may be better to just go through the
Nice.
return process for my Elgato Cam Link. Okay. Also, I've said this before, but I'm going to say it again. A few people comment and they are really scared that they're going to like offend me by teasing me about like me missing things or, you know, not being the best. If your comment's like funny and you say like, hey, I don't mean to offend you, I just had this funny thought, you know, please take it with a grain of salt. I will.
Oh shit!
I'm trying to knife it, but I can't. Ow! Okay, so it's pretty unforgiving right there. You got to be perfect. I would just like to not go through that area. My heart stopped. It is fucking up my whole PlayStation right now. It is, oh, everything. My whole computer's fucking struggling. That's not you guys, that's me. Alright, should have known. It's not enough to just shoot it in the face. You've got to extra shoot it in the face, like, multiple times. Give me the better gun. Okay. I don't want this fucking... Oh, okay. I'll have a timestamp up for where you can skip to. This seems like unreasonably hard, but I'm really happy they don't make me walk up to and have that like scary scene over and over and over again. Okay. Thank you, Jesus. I love how I just said, I'll have a place where you can skip to, and then I beat it. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, this thing. Okay. Oh, and I know this is really random, but I did want to give a little shout to Mars, and let me make sure. On Twitter, they go by Tofu Games. It might be Tofu Queen on YouTube. Okay, Queen Tofu and Mars, M-A-R-Z. They're both awesome freaking gamers who I've like looked at a lot to see like how I want to model my own Let's Plays. And if you've never seen them or heard of them before, highly recommend checking them out. Just like awesome gamers. Although I do have to say, I definitely found myself comparing myself to them, and I was like, because I have a bit more, I want to call it chaos, but I'm pretty sure it's just undiagnosed ADHD than they do. So they're like really able to keep like a sentence straight and an idea straight. This is gonna be some Scar shit right here.
Guide you right off a cliff.
I want to meet the
These freaks are
the prophet person so bad. But yeah, so I didn't want to just be like taking from them without recognizing that. I've definitely modeled like a lot of what I do off of, especially Mars. An awesome Let's Player who's now a lot on Twitch too.
Great timing.
Okay. You're gonna follow the truck, yeah? Let's see just how many there are. There are a number of you. Nice. Can I just... Okay. I'm gonna play this super slow, be a massive pussy, and just not even care. Okay. There's no one too close to me. You're like so gonna find me though. Okay, let's wait for you to come by here. I don't know if I'm on your route. Yeah, I figured they wouldn't have her. I don't know why it's a her in my mind. Kind of like talking about like I'm a hunter. I'm hunting her. Okay, just like speaking of hunting things, I mentioned that I went to, maybe I didn't mention it here, but I went to the theater last night. The movie theater with my boo last night. As part of our celebration of our anniversary, and I saw Werewolves Within. I really freaking liked it. I thought it was like such a good mix of comedy and horror. So if you can find a movie theater where they're... All right. Can I get out of here if I need to? Let's prepare. You're gonna be coming right down the way, huh? Oh, they're so loud. Okay, I'm such a pussy. I totally escaped through sheer willingness to, fuck. That was so close. Nice. I'm just using those bombs. This area freaks me out. I don't like it. So we're gonna go slow. You're just a regular zombo. Nice. Okay.
That it?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Wow, that was nice. Probably could have done that better, but I didn't die, and that's what I was scared of. Okay. Ooh, this would have been like an interesting little area to sort of explore through. I'm nervous that I'm gonna go away that shuts me off. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to accidentally pick the main path while I'm looking for shortcuts. Or not shortcuts, like secret stuff. Wow, they really expected me to play this whole area, and I straight up just noped out of there every time I got scared. Whatever. You know what's a valid strategy? Winning. And I won that area. Okay. Let's go through here. Okay, I'm gonna be right back. So it's actually a perfect time to save the game and quit because my boyfriend is coming to pick me up right now, and we just hit an awesome little checkpoint. So I'm not going to just turn the power off mid-game. I'm going to quit to main menu so I don't accidentally break anything, which I don't know if it would happen, but I'm nervous it would. And yeah. Thank you so much, as always, for hanging out, for taking it easy on me, and for listening to my ramblings. I really do appreciate all the love and support that I've been getting on YouTube lately. It means the world. I'm going to go head out for the rest of the day, but if you want to hang out and watch, again, how I decided that I didn't hate Abby, feel free to. It's a ride. You know, you have to trust the process. You have to know that I'm working things out, and working things out involves being a little messy, thinking things through, being wrong about some things, changing your mind, and just, yeah, be patient with that process if you feel like watching. And it's not edited, so there will be some moments where you can just see me thinking. You know, it's just a lot to edit all this stuff. So if you'd like that, it's there. If not, I totally understand. And I have gotten some comments recently that were like, you know, I was a little bit on the fence about subscribing. So far, I haven't had any subscribers say I regret subscribing to you. So if you like Let's Plays, if you like The Last of Us, if you want to see more games like this in the future, I'm going to be doing narrative-focused games. I've decided. I had a YouTube channel for a while. I didn't know exactly what I was doing. I like doing technology stuff. I'll still probably do like some advice videos, but right now I'm I'm loving like narrative games in the YouTube format. I think it's really freaking fun. So I'm going to be doing more of them. If you like this so far, if you've watched so far, you want to subscribe to me. You've already watched this far. Might as well hit that button. Ding that bell. Ring that bell. I don't care. But also, I do really appreciate people liking my videos. My last video is really fucking funny, really quick. So I have an almost like a 98% approval rating. And my last video, the likes to dislike ratio at one point was 88%. And I was like, damn, this is my lowest so far. And then it bounced back up. So I'm still in the 90s range. Amazing. I do really appreciate the positivity though. Okay, I'm done talking. I'm gonna head out. Feel free to watch me talk more in the end though. If you wanna see how all that stuff happened and how I came to be where I am right now in the story. All right, have a lovely rest of your day. Bye. After I get done with this, you know I can't keep a story straight. You know I can't tell something in just like a straight line. So please excuse me for a moment. I am going to be charting out what y'all have been telling me and like incorporating my own ideas into it and just like kind of going through step by step my thoughts on this game so far. Because so many people said I loved hearing my thoughts on it, and so many people have had wonderful, interesting, alternate viewpoints in the comments. Multicolor pens. You're allowed to skip anything you want to right now, but feel free to hang out and vibe if you're interested in just like seeing thoughts. Yeah, so now you might be wondering what this piece of paper is for. Okay, so I'm going to kind of chart out the like main actions that stick out in my mind that form my opinions on people, and like I'm gonna take in I don't know. So a lot of people have said that it's like, okay, I'm comparing, and this is them saying like, Steph, like you're comparing Ellie, this is where the multicolor pens come in, and Abby, and you're finding that Abby passes or doesn't pass the vibe check, but Ellie does when they've done largely the same things. Oh, you can't really see it. Okay, well that's a bummer. I'll try to show you the picture that I draw at the end, but basically y'all have been saying that in my mind I'm comparing Ellie and Abby and finding that Ellie's good and Abby's bad, even though they've taken a lot of the same actions. I dispute that they've taken the same actions. I even dispute that Joel has taken the same actions as Abby. But more importantly, I think that's like just not my philosophy. That's not how I'm seeing this. I don't care what Ellie's done when I'm evaluating Abby. I'm not comparing the two. The reason I said at the end of my last video that I didn't hate them even when they killed Joel, I was just like, wow, holy shit, I miss Joel. I love Joel. I'm so sad he's gone, when I read Ellie's diary and thought about their relationship. I think that a lot of people got sucked into the rampage, the anger at them. And I think like that was the initial kind of like setup that Naughty Dog had for us. And that didn't interest me. That wasn't something that like was motivating to me. And I found it actually like kind of demoralizing. And I'm going to put this in my like end review, that the whole story is about going after people and killing them for someone else's death. Like that wasn't engaging to me. Again, like I mentioned, like I have PTSD. If my whole like redemption survival arc was focused on revenge, I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't be filming this video. So to me, it's not a comparison of Ellie and Abby, although I do think ultimately, and I'll explain why, Ellie has more justification for her actions. I just didn't like that Abby was so self-righteous. I think being self-righteous is, it leads to a lot of error. It leads to a lot of unkindness, and it comes from a place of like fear to recognize that other people exist. This game is war. Like, this game is, you play one side, then you play the other side, and then you realize that, just like Ender's Game, like the people you've been fighting this whole time are real. They're real people. They're not just two-dimensional characters. So that's one thing. Just getting it out of the way. I'm not operating under the same premise that y'all are, I think, on that front. And then I do think that this game is art. I think it's like a masterpiece in terms of what it accomplishes. In terms of, like, it's made so many people think about who they're hurting. I personally, I didn't really feel like I needed that lesson. You know, you saw me reacting to Abby, and I basically became another character in the story. And how shall I explain that? So, Abby gets hurt, seeks revenge on Ellie. Ellie gets hurt, seeks revenge on Abby. Abby gets hurt, seeks revenge on Ellie. Stephanie gets hurt and seeks revenge on Abby. But, like, I don't actually like that. I don't want to be a part of that. I rose to the occasion because they, like, intended that to happen. They swarmed it up so that you would feel that, and made you a character basically in the game, or made me a character in the game. But in reality, in real life, I really try hard to avoid groupthink. I really try hard to avoid making actions in a vacuum. I try hard to avoid just, like, blankly picking sides. And like, I'm the wrong person to go to if you just want to hate somebody, because I will always humanize them and find a solution to work around things. So to me, it was a lot of pain without a really, like, important lesson to me. So that's that. Those are going to be, I still have more thoughts on that, but that's just, like, kind of what I'm thinking about in terms of, like, how I'm feeling about the game right now. Because I saw that some people were like, I could not continue with this game after this point because it was so hurtful to me. And that really bummed me out. I know a lot of people don't respect that and say, like, oh, well, you shouldn't be playing a game if you can't play it, blah. I actually think it's very valid to be hurt by media that we consume. And for them to have made a game that, like, was intentionally hurtful, I don't like that. So I'm continuing to play because I do think it's a masterpiece. I think it's art the way they did it. Not a fan of that aspect of it, though. So, okay, how do I think that they're different, though, Ellie and Abby? How do I think that comparing them is apples to oranges? Well, let's just talk about, like, the timeline. So Abby plotted for 4 years. Ellie plotted for what I think, and, like, if I'm wrong about anything, you can just say, like, oh, Steph, like, that was wrong. You forgot this timeline. You messed that date up. Totally okay. But as I understand it, Ellie's had about, like, at max 2 months. Max. That's, like, me estimating around my bad memory. That's what I understand. So just remember, again, like, you can always correct me. Then someone was saying that, like, well, Ellie killed all of Abby's friends. So Abby's just doing the same. Ellie killed people to get where she needed to be. And that was Abby. So Ellie and Abby are equivalent in that they're both trying to kill someone. So we'll just say, like, revenge. That's both of their motivating factors here. Also, again, I'm so sorry if this is boring to you. Feel free to skip ahead. I'll show you can skip to there. Okay, so their motivating factors are both revenge to kill one person. Ellie killed people in the way who were trying to kill her. Well, okay, let's think. Nora called out to the guards. Ellie was going to let Nora go. So here are the people. Well, now it's getting complicated. This is why I'm writing it down, because I do need to think about this. So Ellie killed Nora because, one, she started a fight, and then two, so like thinking under the law, if you say shit that you know is going to start a fight, you use fighting words. Sometimes a fight is justified. In some states, in some localities, don't fight me over jurisdictional issue. Nora fought and was going to get Ellie captured. Ellie captured. Let's think about who Abby's killed. Abby killed Jesse. She didn't really give anybody a chance. She sort of came in guns blazing. So I don't know whether killing Jesse counts. I think, is it self-defense or was it premeditated? I think it was a bit of self-defense. A bit, but a little bit intentional. When Ellie killed Nora, Ellie looked like she had PTSD. So the response was definitely like, she's shaking, she's shocked, she's so fucking unhappy. When Abby killed Jesse, she said, "This is your fault." Okay, then we'll do Owen and Mel together because they happened at the same time. Owen and Mel were killed because they were trying to kill Ellie. So that's self-defense. Did she need to do that, though? Could she have come in another way? No, I don't think she could have. Because we saw it from Ellie's perspective, so I can definitively say, no, she couldn't have. I don't know Abby's perspective yet on how she ended up killing Jesse and taking Tommy hostage. So, well, let's just go with Abby killed Joel. That was super premeditated. After Joel had just helped them. So she was zero threat. He was zero threat to her. Everything was hunky-dory. It's going real well. Those are the ones I can remember off the top of my head right now. Please remember, I'm just a normal person. I was at work all day today. I have a life outside of this video game, so I'm sorry if you're angry that I missed things. Okay. Then, what a lot of people are going back to is Joel. So somehow Joel gets wrapped into this as though Ellie and Joel are the same person, which, okay, evaluating that way is hard. But here's the thing, actually, okay, real quick. Random thing that I don't think anyone's chalking up against Ellie, but I am. She abandoned Jesse and Tommy in the search for Abby. So at that point, I thought Jesse was going to die. So to me, from what they knew at that point, she basically was willing to, in a roundabout way, kill Jesse and Tommy. So I'm going to chalk up those, like she did that. I'm going to count it as that. And that was thought out. She prioritized murder. And then she sacrificed herself. She sacrificed herself for Tommy. She said, "I'm the one you want. Please just let him go." Lovely. Lovely self-sacrifice. Lovely self-sac. Okay. Again, I'm so sorry if you're bored with this. Totally feel free to jump ahead. This is just for people who want to see my thought process and how much I'm thinking about this. Meanwhile, Joel. Let's talk about him and where he comes into this for people. So for Joel, I'm going to try to just edit in the timer so that anyone at any point can be like, I'm done with this. This is boring. I hope it's not, but I have a feeling it is. I'm using my tired person voice. So I am going to play tonight. I'm going to try to. It's a little bit late for me, but I'll try to get in a good hour so we can advance the story for whoever's interested. Okay. So Joel factors into this. And I think for Abby, she considers Ellie a murderer of her father, but let's just put Joel over here. So a lot of people talk about how Joel was a smuggler and did bad things and probably killed a lot of people. We saw him torture people. We saw him torture a fuckload of people. I don't know if you recall my faces, but I was always shocked. Always just wow, I don't love that this is happening. So he just generally fucked up a lot. But what price do we put on people sort of for that? How do we say that oh, this is your karma, this is karma catching up with you? I actually don't believe in that. I believe that we are who we are right now. I have never tried to ruin anyone's life based on past acts unless I believe that those past acts are going to continue, and then I'll get into it with them. But the idea that someone who has made mistakes is irredeemable, I don't agree with. So, for me, these things, not an issue. I also don't judge Abby and the Fireflies and whoever for what they did prior to us meeting them and prior to us seeing this play out. I'm judging them in this moment. So yeah, I feel like I'm on a murder mystery podcast, one of those crime podcasts that's whodunit and how. It's a lot more boring, I think, than they make it, but that's how I feel. Okay. So, to me, getting back to the important stuff, to me, not an issue that Joel used to be a bad person. Because in this current place, he's not. But what is an issue is that he killed Abby's father and presumably her friends. So destroyed the sense of community. Except she still had a sense of community because they're just the WLF now. I don't know. I'll see about that. That one I'm not sure on. So I'm not going to speak on that. But it seems like she still had friends because Owen was there to comfort her. Okay, now let's think. That's in terms of Abby and Joel. Joel did it to save Ellie. And now people have talked about that being a selfish act and that not being sorry, I hate my hair like this. It's all wet. So I'm trying to keep it from drying weird, but also it's just wet on my headset. It's gross. Okay. So people have said Ellie didn't warrant being regarded as more important than the rest of the world. So let's say he killed the world. And there I go back to we all want to say that we would be okay, we would be okay dying for the greater good. But I don't know. I don't think that it's that easy. I don't think that we can just say, like, I don't think it's possible to truly judge the weight of, like, killing your child or allowing their death and saving the world, because to him, she is his world. I think that that's not an act that I can judge. I would judge someone by. I would be so mad that it happened. I would be like, wow, this is fucked up. But I would never actually do anything about it because I don't know what they've been through. Until I'm there, I wouldn't judge someone for going there. So I don't think it's fair to count that against him either, because these things sort of like even out to me. Abby knew what was happening with Joel and that he had done that to save her. So yeah, I think it's still a lot harder to like Abby, not because I'm used to playing as Ellie, not because I love Joel, but because Ellie was reacting in the heat of the moment for the most part. Abby went after Joel. You know what? Actually, that's not fair. I'm not giving Abby enough credit, because Abby only had maybe like 2 or 3 hours, maybe 8 hours, less than a day probably, from the time of finding out about Mel and Owen to finding Ellie. So her killing Jesse, what she said, maybe it's not as fucked up as it seems. Her going after Joel, very fucked up. Her saying something maybe in the heat of the moment about like, oh, you guys brought this on yourselves, a bit more understandable now that I'm recalling, like, and giving her the credit of the 2 hours. That Jesse's death was not premeditated. And some people say stupid shit in the heat of the moment. All right, I'm going to go play as Abby now that I hate her less. Now that I've seen it put together a little bit more. I still don't like what she said. I still don't like that she made this that you brought this on yourselves thing, because look at what I did. Yay. This is a note to myself, a reminder to go to the doctor, because I have problems. But it's not my brain. I have like physical things I need to go get checked out. But anyway, it still wasn't Ellie's fault any more than it was Joel's fault, any more than it was Abby's fault. This is just a fucked up environment. And I do still like Ellie more than Abby, because Ellie is always willing to do what's right when it comes down to it, for the most part. Leaving Jesse and Tommy behind, that was the moment she fucked up, where she got so caught up in what she was doing in the rage that she lost sight of what was important. Joel never pretended to be anything better than what he was. Joel has never pretended to be a good guy, except to Ellie. And even then, he did it so poorly that she was like, I see through you. He's a terrible liar. So, yeah, Abby's the only one who I feel like has come across self-righteous. Everyone else, I kind of understand a little more. But I'm going to give her her due. I'm going to give her some time. Now that I've got that 2 hours in mind, and now that I've had about 4 days of breathing room, I really did need a lot of time to relax. Anyway, let's get into today's episode. Sorry that was so long. Hopefully that wasn't super boring. Oh no, I just played for an hour without recording. Oh my god, that's the first time that's ever happened to me. I'm gonna cry. Oh, I'm gonna have to redo this tomorrow. At least it wasn't 2 hours.